All right, so I just did my camera. So listen, we're gonna talk about. Oh, hey y'all, it's Secret D. We're gonna drive and chat. All right, so we're gonna talk about having babies, right? I feel like I was watching Kendra G, and this woman came on, and she I think was 36 years old, and she was talking about how she kind of put off motherhood because of her goals and her job, and she wanted to reach XYZ, in her life, this, that, and the third. So she was basically saying that she doesn't think that motherhood is in the cards for her because obviously she's on the show looking for a man and she's already 36. So she's thinking that, it might not happen, right? Now, we'll start by saying that yes, over 35, you're considered a geriatric pregnancy, but you can have a healthy pregnancy up to like 45 and older. It depends on your overall health. So that's a lot of the bulk of having a baby is your overall health, right? So at a certain age, of course, the quality of your eggs deteriorate because you start going into the early stages of menopause or premenopause and all that good stuff. But neither here nor there, right? So some people are okay with having pregnancies in their early 40s, mid 40s, whatever. Again, because it's about your health. And, others are kind of like, okay, well, once I'm past 35, this, that, and the third. So I will say this. Now, I've known people who in their mid 20s had issues conceiving, right, and carrying to term. I know people who in early 40s had a baby, no problem, didn't need any help, didn't have to do IVF, didn't have to do any of that, just got pregnant, had a baby, right? So I say that to say this. Kendra's show, she suggested that, the lady look into freezing her eggs. She's like, if, that's really a concern for you, then you should freeze your eggs, and that way you'll have the good quality eggs later on, right? Now, I don't see anything wrong with that. I feel like that is a great option for people who can afford it. Now, this lady, she says she makes XYZ dollars, she's living her dream job, so the assumption is that she probably can't afford it. It's expensive, but I don't think it's as expensive as some people believe it to be, especially if you're supposed to be making so much money or XYZ amount of money. And honestly, people invest in and make time and money for the things that are important to them and the things that they actually want to do. She didn't really seem that interested, but I feel like it was a good message for people who don't have kids yet and are concerned. You know what I mean? That's a valid thing to do. Now, what disturbed me was the comments, right? So there's so many people saying, oh, that's a test tube baby, and don't do that, and and even if you do it, it's no guarantee it's gonna be successful, and like, it was just a lot. And I feel like as a woman, you can't win. You know what I mean? If you have a baby too early, it's like, oh my God, you had your whole life ahead of you. If you're waiting to have a baby, it's like, oh, what are you waiting for? You're not getting no younger, this, that, and the third. If you don't want to have a baby, oh, why don't you want to have a baby? When you have a baby, you're so fulfilled. And why would you want to have a baby? Oh, you should have a baby. She don't want to have a fucking baby. And then it's like, if you have a baby later, like, you wait until you feel like you're stable enough. Oh, you're so old. You know how much can go wrong. And when your baby is 10, you're going to be 50. And I don't think that's fair. Can you even keep up with the baby? And now, I have 3 kids. So these comments don't bother me, right? They never bother me. Let me be honest with you, right? Because I always feel like I had children when I had children because I wanted to have my children. That's just it. And I would love to have another child or children in the future. I'm 37. So, personally, I It just is what it is. You know, if I'm meant to have a kid, I would love to have it 40-ish, no later than that. But again, I have to start dating. Y'all know how I feel about starting back dating. But we're gonna start by the end of the year, before the year's up. I'm gonna tell y'all about that though. When it starts and everything, I'm gonna tell y'all about it, because I'm gonna need friends. So, but I say all of that to say this. Can y'all leave people alone? Can y'all leave women alone? Like, it's hard enough going through whatever you go through as a woman with your body, and having kids or not having kids, and wanting kids or not wanting kids. Like, a lot of people go through internal struggles just to make those decisions of either wanting to have kids, not wanting to have kids, wanting to wait, not waiting, not being able to have kids, having difficulty having kids, going through IVF and all these things to try to get pregnant. Women go through so much. 9 times out of 10, you don't know what somebody is facing, because they don't always tell you. But why is it that y'all always feel the need to make these callous and insensitive and just downright rude and disrespectful comments about women and procreating and all of these things? I don't understand why y'all feel the need to go through all of that and then be like, duh, y'all don't understand why people be so stressed and so emotional and so this. Just leave people alone. I don't see anything wrong with Kendra saying, oh, you should freeze your eggs, but y'all was in the comments acting crazy and being mad, disrespectful. Like, it's great if you're able to have a baby naturally. It's great that you're able to have a baby on your time. It's great that you had your baby at 16 and you turned out fine and now you're living your best life. Whatever. Nobody's judging you, but y'all be like throwing yourselves up on a pedestal, and y'all don't need to be there. Absolutely not, especially not the way y'all be acting. But it's just crazy, because I feel like some people might read these comments online and feel some type of way. Some people might, hear certain things and feel some type of way. Like, I feel like everybody's like, yeah, but you go on social media and you put yourself out there and da-da-da-da. That's true. But you can choose not to be a prick. You could choose not to be an asshole. You could choose not to be a dick. Like, why are y'all so fucked up? I don't know. That just was bothering me, because when I saw those comments about test tube babies and frozen babies, and oh, it's not of God to freeze your eggs, and da-da-da-da-da, it's not natural, and da-da-da-da, like, God forbid y'all get into a situation where y'all have to do that, where y'all have to take extraordinary measures to get pregnant or start a family or continue a family or whatever it is. God forbid y'all end up in that situation that y'all are over here judging other people for and talking shit about people for. I don't know. I don't like it. Like I said, I'm not the sensitive type. I don't really give a fuck when people say shit about me, because y'all don't know me. So, I have this idiot that comes on my YouTube every now and then and calls me a catfish and all kinds of shit, and just has nothing better to do with his time. But that shit don't bother me, because he don't know me either. But it's just like, when I see people just like, it's like they go out of their way to be mean and cruel and like just stop. Even a girl came on and she was a very pretty girl, and before she even started talking shit, her hair pulled back in a ponytail, people started talking about how big her head was. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't know. I'm about to get off topic, but again, just leave women alone. Leave women in their uteruses alone. Leave women in their vaginas alone. Leave women in their choices to have babies and not have babies alone. Leave women alone. And if you personally are not thinking about yourself and your body making a baby or not making a baby, then don't think about making babies, because it sounds like it's not your business. All right, y'all. That's it. That's all.